Welcome to the first ever episode of the Doubles Take podcast. Today's episode is an awesome interview I actually did a few months ago with Erik Aude. He's an extremely accomplished stunt performer who's been working in the industry for such a long time. He's worked on big films such as Ghosted, Dunkirk, Avatar: The Way of Water, Ambulance, Here Comes the Boom, a bunch more. He's such a great guy. I did this great interview with him. I learned so much, and it's honestly one of my favorite interviews I've ever done. So please enjoy. I'm Angela, by the way. Nice to meet you. Thank you so much for doing this and taking time out of your day to do it. I really appreciate it.
No worries, man. How did you find me?
So I watched Ghosted recently, and so I just
Okay.
went on IMDb and went through a bunch of all the stunt performers and tried to find someone that would reach out and be on my offer their words to me on this topic.
No worries. What did you think of that movie?
I liked it. I liked it. I love Chris
Yeah.
Evans and Ana de Armas. It was really fun.
All right. I'm glad someone liked it. I thought it was a complete shit show. The movie. I'm shocked they were able to pull what they did out from it. It was just all over the place. It turned out a lot better than me and a lot of guys thought it was going to turn out. Actually,
Really?
yeah. Well, we filmed so much different stuff that never got used, and everything kept changing at the last second. I don't know. It's like that's the problem with this business is you can plan for it perfectly, but at the end of the day, it doesn't work, and you have to start figuring out other things that work.
Yeah. Actually, that's a great segue. I had a few questions for you. So really quick, thank you for coming on. Do you want to just introduce yourself and talk about some projects you're most proud of or some that you would just like to share?
Well, my name's Erik Aude. I'm a stuntman, stunt coordinator. I've been in the entertainment industry for 31 years, or I've been getting paid to do this for 31 years. I've been pursuing it my whole life. The things that I'm most proud of, I would say just not giving up. I mean, if I can do this, anyone can do this. There was no magic to it. It was just this is all I ever wanted to do. I never had a plan B. So I had to become a stuntman by becoming an actor who did their own stunts, and it's because I
Mhm.
was able to deliver dialogue and take so many acting classes that's why my phone doesn't stop ringing. I jump on everyone's projects, big and small, because I love doing this. I don't do this because I have to. I do it because I enjoy it. For me
Mhm.
and all the other people in the stunt industry, we're like little kids on set playing cops and robbers. The only difference is we're getting paid to do it.
Mhm. Yeah. 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 That's fun. I love it. I also feel the same way. I'm at Emerson College in Boston studying film production because I also love it and I want to go into the field. I have an emphasis in sound, so I'm in like a sound room right now. But I understand that.
I did a movie in Boston called Here Comes the Boom. The director I'm working with on this commercial directed that actually. He's a good buddy of mine.
Oh, okay. Oh, with Kevin James.
Yeah, I worked on that. Frank Karachi directed. I'm actually going to go see him in the next 15 minutes, actually.
Oh, wow, that's so cool. I love that movie. I used to watch it all the time when I was a kid. I thought it was hilarious.
When he's inside the hotel and he starts looking on the MGM screen, and I was one of the fighters in the movie. So when he sees that Szynski guy is going to be fighting, doing all those knockouts, I'm one of the
Mhm.
guys getting knocked out.
Whoa. Okay,
Uh,
that's so cool. I'm gonna watch it again and look for you.
What do I get? I get hit, I recover, and then I get kneed in the face, and then do a dead man's fall. It's pretty simple scene, but still pays.
Yeah, yeah. So for some of my listeners that don't know, would you want to go over some responsibilities that you have on set or what exactly like a stunt performer does?
Well, it depends on who you ask this question to, because a lot of people in the stunt industry are taught to be seen and not heard, pay attention, get there early, be ready to do whatever needs to be done. But it's also kind of a loaded question because it depends. I look at being a stunt performer like playing people at a poker table because different stunt coordinators like different things. Some stunt coordinators love the input, they love to have you be extra set of eyes. And some stunt coordinators don't give a crap if they're doing it wrong. They don't want to hear anyone say anything. They want to be the only
Mm.
one speaking. They want to think they know everything, even if they're missing everything. I'm not that way. When I'm on set, I look at it like I'm everyone's dad. I'm there to make sure everyone gets home safe. If I see something that doesn't look right, I speak up. I'm big into continuity, so if something doesn't look like it's going to connect, I voice I voice it. If I see something that's going to be a hazard, I talk about that. If the cameraman is setting up one place, but we have a fight set up for another place, I'll ask the cameraman why he's going to be there, and I'll explain to them why those shots won't sell if he's set up over there. Like, shots need to be lined up so that it looks like I'm getting hit. Like, if I'm over here and the guy hits me and I do this, you're going to see the miss. But now I got to turn the camera around, and then all of a sudden it comes across there, and now it sells better.
Mm-hmm.
So, I personally think a stunt performer needs to be one of the most well-rounded people on set. They need to know everyone's job, how to drive, how to rig, camera angles, safety. Because the more stuff you know, the better that you'll make the shot look. Also, the better it'll sell, and I don't know, keep everyone safe. It's it's a moving instrument being a stunt performer, because you have to be able to figure things on the spot sometimes. Also, you have to be able to handle almost anything. If there's a big light that needs to be moved, you got to be able to move it, jump in the crane, move it. If something goes wrong, we're the ones that are like clamoring to fix it. Uh, you know, I think the stunt guys are the coolest guys on set, because people don't tell me how to do my job. I get on set and tell everyone how the shot's going to go.
Yeah.
So we're actually if you see a stunt guy, say, hey, stop. You might want to listen, because something bad's about to happen.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. And can you give an insight how much like planning goes into execution of a stunt? So, for example, on Here Comes the Boom, like when you're doing that fighting scene, how much planning goes into that and like that process?
Well, so once again, so that stunt coordinator, that guy, I don't know. He probably spent a lot of time with Kevin James for the actual fights and everything else. But when
Mm-hmm.
they bring someone on like me on set, they come up and they say, okay, what do you want to do?
Mm-hmm.
And I get asked a lot, like, what's a good fight? So I have a lot of like ideas always ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
When I'm coordinating, I do a lot of homework. It means I will create fights ahead of time. I will film them. I will show the cameraman exactly where I need them to be set up so that the shots will sell. I also tell I show all the actors so everyone knows exactly what kind of dance that they're doing. But when I get on set and it's just like a couple beats, like I say, I'll ask how many beats do you want? Meaning, like, how many punches do you want there to be? Well, let's do like 7 punches. Okay, so we're gonna do 1, 2, 3 here, block, and then 1, 2, 3, and then knockout hit. So it makes it very easy for whoever I'm working with, and we'll go over a few times very slowly, and then we'll go over a little quicker to see what sells, and then we'll decide where we're going to put the cameras
Mm-hmm.
for the best angle.
Right, right. That makes
So
sense. That makes.
I like having time to prepare everything, because when you rush things, that's how people get hurt. That's how I've been hurt
Right.
many times. I But sometimes that's the only way to do it too. Is you could have a great plan, but it doesn't work, so you have to come up with plan B's and C's almost instantly on the spot.
Mhm. Right. Yeah, you have to be fast thinking because like those things move fast, right? You have to.
Oh, oh yeah. I mean, yeah, things move fast all the time on set. Unfortunately, that's how people get hurt too. So I'll be the guy going,
Mm.
"Whoa, calm down. I'm confused. Explain it to me like I'm a 4-year-old. And if I'm confused, we got a problem."
Yeah, yeah. Confusion is probably bad when doing something dangerous like that. You want everyone to be on the same page.
For sure. There's a lot of stunt guys who they'll be like, I don't know what the hell we're doing, and then we just kind of wing it. But not
Mhm.
me. If I'm confused and we're doing something big, I'll stop everything, because at the end of the
Right.
day, our lives are worth a lot more than the shots, and I have to remind people that all the
Hmm.
time.
Hmm. Yeah, it's there's so much work that goes into it, and that's why I asked you on today for my main question is other conversations that you're aware of surrounding like the lack of recognition for stunt work, like for example at the Oscars, there's no category. Like, is there conversations around that? Because there's so much effort that goes into it. I can imagine it might be. I don't know your thoughts on that.
I think it's BS. I really do. I mean, when you
Mhm.
watch a movie like, I'll give you a couple examples. Titanic, great movie. It was a love story, great soundtrack, but without stunts, there's no movie. The ship going on its end, people falling on top of each other,
Mhm.
the water crashing through the hallways, and then that's all stunts. That's all stunts.
Right,
Uh,
right.
Mad Max Fury Road got like 13 Oscar nominations
Right.
and a whole bunch of. It's all stunts. And
Yeah,
then
it is. Yeah.
this last movie, Everything Everywhere All at Once. I mean, it's all stunts.
And yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I
I know
agree.
all those stunt guys. I think it's completely BS. We need a stunt category. We should have we should have best stunt ensemble for sure.
Hmm.
I got wrecked on Dunkirk. Dunkirk, we should have had best ensemble for stunts. I had to get rushed to the hospital on that movie.
Really?
Um,
What happened?
yeah.
If you don't mind me asking, you don't have to.
Oh no, I got. Look, did you see Dunkirk?
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. It's great.
When the missile hits the side of the ship and it blows up the ship and everyone starts drowning like mice
Yeah.
inside the ship.
Yeah.
We were filming that at the Warner Brothers lot, same stage that they filmed Goonies and Inception on, because there's a water tank over there.
Right.
And the stunt coordinator didn't tell us we were about to go. Like, we get a heads up, like, you can go get pads. This is what's going to happen, so we can all kind of wear surroundings. No. All of a sudden, he placed us real quick, and then I was like, whoa, are we about to go? And everyone's like, I think so. We had 40 stunt guys in there. Imagine being with 39 of your friends about to get rolled up in a washing machine. That's exactly what happened.
Wow.
20,000 gallons come crashing down. Now all these dudes on the other side of the table. I get pinned on the wrong end of all of that bullshit.
Wow.
And I get crushed in this pillar in the wall as the water's rushing past me. I thought I broke my hip again. Oh man, when you get a dinger on set, you just want to walk it off. You hope it goes away. You hope it's not that bad. I thought my pelvis was shattered. Well, it took about an hour and a half for them to fill up the 20,000 gallons of water so we can go do another take. Take two was worse than take one because we all knew what was coming. It was like standing in front of a truck and just letting it hit you. Mm-hmm. And after take two, I got the okay to go to the hospital. And stunt coordinator runs up. He's like, Erik, I need you for one more take, mate. Like, no, Eric's going to the hospital. He's like, Erik, I just need one more take. So I was like, so I go walking downstairs thinking I'm just breaking more bones and everything. I'm like, this sucks. Take three is the worst take out by far. Another stunt guy gets his calf muscle ripped where his muscle comes out of his skin. Wow. And everyone's like, well, Eric's going to the hospital. You can hitch a ride with him. And he just drops me and the other dude off at the emergency room near Warner Brothers. Mm-hmm. And then the car took off, and it looked like we were coming out of a time machine dressed up in World War II gear, covered in water, blood. I'm carrying this other dude, Riley Harper, into the emergency room. It was a wreck. It was terrible. It was terrible. And we didn't get anything that year whatsoever. Wonder Woman beat us out at the Taurus Awards, and they were all CGI.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's exactly how I feel. I think, like, for Dunkirk, it gets nominated in every category, and where it should be getting nominated also in stunts, there's no category.
There should be best stunt. I mean, if they don't want to open it, should be 4 categories, all right? Best stunt man's, best stunt female, best stunt ensemble, and best stunt coordinator. Those should be the four categories. We have a stunt awards called the Taurus Awards for stunt performers. Yeah, but that's a little bit. I mean, it's not as no one knows about it. It should be in the SAG Awards. I mean, they have best costume. Yeah, I think they have casting in there. I mean, some of the awards are like, what is that? How do you not give stunts any love? And the crazy thing is, like, a lot of times stunt guys don't get any credit whatsoever. There's so many movies and shows I worked on where they don't even credit me. I'm like, this sucks. I worked on Avatars 2 and 3. Avatar 2 comes out. I don't see my name in the credits. And I was pissed. Yeah. And I contacted the stunt coordinator. He goes, Erik, you're not the only one. They couldn't afford to make the movie any longer. So they took out over 150 stunt performers from the credits. I'm like, this is some BS, man.
That's not fair. That's not fair. That really sucks.
That's not. I played an important character in that movie. I was the well.
Really?
Yes, I was the well. When he jumps on the back of starts wrecking havoc, that was me.
Whoa. That's so cool, and also ridiculous that you didn't get credit, especially for a big movie, Avatar 2, and you don't see that. That must be frustrating. Yeah, I can imagine.
Oh, I was pissed. Like, at some point, I mean, I was pissed. I am
Mhm.
still pissed. I think it sucks, but it happens all the time. We're meant to be seen and not heard. We don't get any credit, and for them to not give us any credit in the Oscars. I'm not saying I'd ever be nominated, but also I'd like to know, like to think that maybe one day I could.
Right.
It's messed up because a lot of people get hurt on set too. There's the stunt guys are the ones who lose their lives
Right.
filming often.
Right.
So, I mean, if you're doing something that makes the movie more exciting and could possibly cost your life, I would think that you get a little bit more recognition, more credit for it.
Right, because you're actually literally putting your lives on the on the line for like the movie, like actually for real, not you are. And that's why I'm doing this podcast because I find it so ridiculous that there's not. And I think it is nice that it's becoming more of a conversation. As you probably know, Chad Stahelski, right? He's talking about it a lot and giving some attention to it, which I'm sure helps.
Well, he's not. There's everyone's been talking about it for years, and every time the Oscars comes up, we all sign a petition like, "Hey, there should be stunts in the Oscars," and every year it gets overlooked again. I mean, who's to say that maybe? I think it'll be in there one day, but
Hmm.
when? Idea.
Yeah. How do you think? you just say you signed a petition, but how do you think one could be implemented? Like, what has to? Is there something that has to be done? I don't know.
A strike?
Yeah. Oh.
The guys will do that though. If I promise you right now, if all the stunt guys stick together, like on the next big movie that was coming out, and they just Hollywood would come to a standstill, and we
Mhm.
would have whatever we wanted. If all the stunt guys, stunt performers, stunt men, stunt women were like, you know what? Until there's an Oscars, we're not working. No,
Mhm. Mhm.
figure it out. Yeah, go film Mad Max Fury Road 2 without us.
Right. Right.
They'd be like, all right, you guys need to figure something out. We're losing billions right now, and just give them that. Give it to them. That's all
Right.
it would take. That's all
Mhm.
it would take.
Wow.
But it
That's so
will never happen.
interesting.
It will never happen because there's too many guys here who are cutthroat. That's the problem with the stunt industry is people are
Mhm.
like, it's the most closed knit industry. It is because there's only like 1,700 stunt men and women, and they're all clamoring for the same 4 dozen jobs. And then the rest are just clamoring for the crumbs that fall off the table. But
Mhm.
if one guy turns a job down, like 50 other guys will jump in and go, "Oh, I'll take it." But if
Oh.
they all, in a perfect world, if they could all hold
Okay.
together, oh, there'd be an Oscars this evening with the stunt performers.
Mhm. Um. Well, thank you so much for giving time out of your day and speaking with me. Just one final question. Do you have like a favorite memory on set or a favorite stunt that you want to talk about?
Man, there's so many. I love being on set. I feel like a kid every day I'm on set. Some of the God, some of the coolest jobs I ever had. One of the coolest memories I have on set was I got to run lines with Bill Paxton. Bill Paxton played Hicks. He played Hudson on Aliens. I don't know if you've ever seen Aliens.
Yeah.
So Aliens is like one of my favorite movies. But
Hmm.
Bill Paxton played the guy who's like a smart ass, and then he becomes like a kind of a pussy, and then he just becomes a badass, and then like he just does such an arc in the whole movie. And
Yeah.
I think he played. Believe it or not, I think he played it the way I think I would have done it in real life. Like what? He's like
Wow.
17 days. We're not gonna last 17 hours with those things out there. Why don't you put her in charge? So I'm filming the TV show Training Day, and I was playing this Russian like henchman, and we're filming at this restaurant. And him and Bill and I are sitting down at one of the tables together, and I just start quoting lines from Aliens to him, and then he starts quoting them with me, and we did the whole scene together at the table, and then we both finished it off. Put her in charge. It was just such a great moment, and
Yeah.
I, it was one of the best. It was like I don't know, and then about a month and a half later, he died. It
Wow.
sucks, but
Hmm.
I really cherished that moment. It was I don't know. For me, it was a very special thing.
Hmm. Hmm.
Yeah. Every movie has a little special moment in there. I got to go and smoke cigars with Clint Eastwood in Morocco.
Wow, that's a cool thing to say.
Right. Yeah. And I mean, I've played poker with some of the coolest guys out there. I've had I get to teach these guys who everyone thinks are cool to, hey, it's all right. You're doing a good job. Let's back it up a little bit so that they look cool. And it's my job to keep them safe. It's my job to help them look awesome. I mean, without stunt guys, they wouldn't look awesome at all. And I get, I get to fight some of the coolest characters out there, and I get to coach them through it. So in a sense, I like working with, and I like working in this business. It's fun because when I get on set, the guys who get paid the big bucks to be that people go see the movie for, they're looking to us for guidance, and that's it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool to be the guys guiding these guys. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I bet. Thank you so much. I could listen to you talk all day. I love your stories. Thank you so much for being on and speaking with me today. I really, really appreciate it.
If you have time, you should watch one of my documentaries. I have a documentary called 3 Years in Pakistan, the Erik Aude story. It's free on Amazon Prime.
Okay.
If you're bored, it's a good sleep aid, if anything.
I'll definitely watch it, and I'll thank you so much. Yeah, I'll watch it for sure.
Not a problem, man. You take good care. It was nice meeting you.
Thank you too. Thank you so much. Have a good day.
You as well.
Thank you so much for listening to my first ever episode of the Doubles Take podcast. I love interviewing Erik so much. He's such a great guy to talk to. And there'll be a new episode of the Doubles Take every single Friday. Next week is going to be a good one. I'll see you then.